Hey hair besties, today we're gonna work smarter and not harder. So I'm gonna show you exactly what I do to make my closures flat each and every time. So I've already bleached the knots on this closure as you can see, and I'm gonna be using a styrofoam head, and I call them bridle pins. You can get them off of Amazon. I believe I have them linked. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold your closure in half. By the way, this is a 5x5 HD lace closure. Also, I'm folding this in half because I'm going to be doing a center part. If you are going to be doing a side part on the left or right, you can skip this step and just pin it down to the styrofoam head. So to mark my spot, I usually take the pin and kind of stick it up until I can bring it over to the foam head, and I'll stick it right down. I kind of just hold my place, and I just move the hair out of the way and clean up the part just a little, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to secure down the sides. Now you want to always pin in the part of the lace that's going to be cut off, and when it comes to the back you want to pin in that thicker part, not on the interior part. You can rip your lace by doing that. So now that I have it secured in place, I'm going to just go ahead and really clean up that part, and then comb the hair in the direction that you want it to mold. The hair sticks up like that is because of the way it was ventilated. So I like this way because I really don't like using so much of wax in the wax sticks in the hot comb. I feel like that too much heat, it can wear down the knots on your closure, and that's why a lot of people get those bald spots right in the center. And then all of that wax is just a lot of product buildup, and it makes it look crusty at the top. So I have a wrap band that I typically use when I'm doing short hair. What I do is I pinned it down at an angle, and then I go in and bring it over to the side. Now, I'm not sticking the pins inside of the lace. I'm sticking it down below the lace because you don't want to rip your lace. Then you're going to hold that back down just a little with your hand and wrap it over and secure it down with more pins. You want to make sure you have it secure in every spot. I just put extra pins in there because I like it to be really flat, and this will last until you wash the wig or do another closure install. So now I'm going to take it. I did put it under heat for 20 minutes, and now we're going to take that off, and you see how flat that is, so you don't have to use all of that product. And if you made it this far, make sure you hit that like, follow, and save a button. That means so much to me. And if you want to see how I get this flat install, stay tuned for part 2. I'm going to show you a hack for a flat install every time. Okay, hair besties, now that we got this closure super flat, now it's time to get into the install. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is adding the mesh to the actual closure, but I do 4 pieces now instead of just the 2, and I'm going to explain why. So it'll be 2 on the side like normal, and then we're going to be doing 2 in the back, but you don't want to do it straight on the side. You want to do it at an angle, and I attach mine by sewing machine. If you don't have sewing machine, go ahead and attach it by hand. Just make sure you're sewing into the thicker part of the perimeter on the closure. And as you can see, the back is going at an angle. So now we're going to go in and just simply place the closure wherever you desire for your client's final look. And then I use the stretchy mesh. I did get it from Amazon. I don't think I have it linked, but I will link it. I will link it. So you're gonna go in and start sewing from the bottom up, and then when I get right about maybe a half an inch behind the mesh, I do a lock stitch, and then I go over to the opposite side and I pull down and at an angle. That is going to make you have like no ripples in the back, because sometimes when you're sewing in a closure, especially like in this case, I didn't use a mesh over her entire head, you can have dips in it. So putting the mesh in the back takes away that, and you can see this closure is nice and flat, and I make it where you can just cut it for a quick release and add new mesh for a new install.